I'm going to tell you also, let's go now to those fake ads that have been popping up on Facebook. We've been warning you about those here on the Today Show. And of course, what they're doing is using people. They might be, say, people on the Today Show. You can see here, even I've been used in these. You can see there, Carl Stefanovic has been used. Deb's been used with fake face creams, for goodness sakes. But the fact of the matter is, these are getting out of hand. Willie Nelson is there as well. The truth is, you know, our show is really now trying to take a stand on these. But we're not the only ones, because one of Australia's richest people, Andrew Twiggy Forrest, the founder of Fortescue Metals, is also taking a stand because he and his family have also been exploited in this way. And he's demanding now that the social media giant Facebook take action against these scams. He joins me now from Brisbane. Andrew, many thanks for your time as always. I mean, why does somebody such as yourself have to take a stand against Facebook in this way?
Well, just think about it. What we have with Facebook is a huge publishing house pretending that they're just a billboard. In fact, they get little children just to stay in touch with their friends, then Facebook have them by the throat, yet they're completely unregulated. They've run their own scam to governments of the world, including ours, that they're just a billboard, they should be allowed to do whatever they like, when in fact they're a pernicious publishing house, and they should be regulated like any other publishing house and be responsible for the rubbish they allow to be put up, which is defrauding Australians of their life savings.
But in your case, it was even more serious because a woman in Bunbury had seen a Bitcoin scam that you were said to be associated with. You weren't, of course, and yet she's put in some $650,000. Really, when you see people are vulnerable in this way, they are certainly influenced by these ads, and you see these losses, that's when you suddenly come to the realisation that this is serious and that there's big money being made out there.
There's really big money being made by Facebook and the other social media giants because they've conned governments around the world that they're just a billboard when in fact they're making money from scams. What I would like to say to every single Australian is don't be one of those who've written to me these terribly sad stories to say, I thought I was trusting Twiggy, I thought I was backing Twiggy, and I had my life savings stolen. We've got to hold Facebook to account. We've got to hold social media to account, just like your television station, just like a newspaper. These are huge, pernicious publishing houses. They've got to be held to account.
Now, what we know overseas is that there's been a number of examples of where individuals, high-profile individuals, have taken on Facebook, and in some cases they've had big successes, either in public advertising campaigns to try and stop this. Do you think it's come to a point here in Australia where legal action needs to be tested to try and make certain that these ads come down on Facebook in Australia?
I think more than that, Ross. I think we need laws which specifically identify that the big social media houses are nothing more than normal publishing houses who can direct ads in a much more sinister way than your television station or newspaper. You can direct ads at an individual, at a child. We've got to treat them like publishing houses and hold what they put on their so-called billboards to the account of truth. So I think we need laws to regulate these huge social media houses as publishing houses.
And so people have got to be aware. Your organisation, Mindru Foundation, which actually provides support, you look after education of kids, emerging kids, all that sort of stuff. Why does it come down to somebody such as you and your wife, Nicola, to try and take on this campaign? Why is it the government can't act?
What Mindru does is we arrest unfairness wherever we find it to our maximum ability. This is deeply unfair. This is where huge multi-billion-dollar social media houses are helping take money off innocent, vulnerable Australians, and that's where we step in. And that's why I'm saying to government, hey, I know you've been given the line. This is just free markets. This is technology looking after people. That, of course, is a gullible person who swallows that crap from Facebook. We need to regulate these huge social media houses just like any other publishing house, hold them accountable for the truth, so when you and your face gets used as a scam, then we can go after the publishing house and say, hey, make good all those money to those innocent Australians who used our face to steal their money.
I've got to tell you, it's a great campaign. We're very much behind it here on the program. Any help that you need, of course, we will always provide that to you. Andrew Twiggy Forrest, one of Australia's wealthiest businessmen, but also one of the most successful as well. We appreciate your time on Today's Show today.